I've always liked to use the analogy of the pebble in the pond as to what motivates me to make films, make documentaries. To me, my films are like pebbles that get thrown into the morass, the melange of society. The reason I make a film is that I like to see what the impact is. I like to see what happens as a result of the film permeating into the society. So my films are primarily oriented towards some kind of transformation, some kind of change. I like to think of my films as catalysts. And I like to think of myself as being somebody who is socially involved, socially responsible, if you will, via the filmmaking craft. Rather than being a politician or a political activist or a teacher or some other form of educator of some sort, I chose filmmaking because it offers me creativity, flexibility, freedom, and it's an interesting craft. It's a multi-dimensional artistic craft. And so it satisfies me personally as a filmmaker, as a creative person, but I also get to see the impact. I get to see the social relevance of what I'm doing. When we started making the film on Waco, it was essentially, as far as the public was concerned, a dead issue. It was done. It was over. Everybody knew the truth. Everybody knew what happened there. It was a foregone conclusion. When we were making it, people would say to us, "Why are you making this?" We all know what happened. The media told us. We saw it on television. But in fact, that was not the case. In fact, there was a very serious story behind the Waco incident, and the film brought that up. The impact that that film had on the FBI, on the Senate investigation that followed, on the public perception of law enforcement, particularly federal law enforcement, was dramatic. That to me was like the textbook example of why I'm a filmmaker.